Hello everyone. Today I wanted to do a pregnancy update video. I am currently 37 weeks pregnant, so I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. We're getting there. Just 2 more weeks to go before my scheduled C-section. So we're getting pretty excited to finally meet our baby boy. Yes, my hair is still wet. I was able to get a shower in today, but I did not diffuse and dry my hair because one of the symptoms that I've had the past few weeks is carpal tunnel, which has been really bothering my hands have been falling, well, my right hand mainly, has been falling asleep. I've been having a lot of pain and numbness, but it's also been shooting up my arm as well. So holding something like a blow dryer or even like doing the dishes or trying to like do my kids' hair has been quite uncomfortable. It's not quite as bad as it was maybe 2 weeks ago. I do have a wrist brace that I had someone let me borrow, so I was wearing that at night too to try to keep my hands straight. But yeah, the carpal tunnel was not expected and it was quite intense at first. It was so bad for a while that it was waking me up at night and I couldn't sleep. And I figured that I may possibly develop carpal tunnel naturally, just not pregnancy-induced carpal tunnel, because I'm always doing computer work, I'm editing or designing, or so I mean it's probably bound to happen. I just wasn't expecting it this time. So that's new. Never had that before. So my girls and I had COVID last week, so I'm still kind of congested and filled up from that, and I have a bit of a cough every now and then. But I was also having congestion just from the pregnancy too, which is a thing. So I haven't really been sleeping very much at all because I can't breathe, and I have the humidifier going and I'm trying to, get things cleared out, but pregnancy insomnia is a thing too. I sleep for about an hour, maybe 2 hours at a time. Then I'll get up, I'll go pee, try to fall back asleep, sleep for maybe another hour, then I'll get up again and I'm just like awake. And then it seems like every night I try to prepare now because I've been waking up hungry in the middle of the night, and I'm trying to eat like high protein filling foods before I go to bed, but I'm still waking up and I'm like craving like a protein snack like at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'll come downstairs and I'll eat like a cheese stick, or I'll slice up some cheese, or whatever I can find. It's like I try to ignore it, but it's like, oh really, I just ate like not that long ago. But yeah, I can't sleep because my stomach is literally growling out loud. I'm so hungry that I have to get up and eat something, and then I can try to go back to bed for another hour or two. But I have not been, between COVID and just being uncomfortable in general, and then my kids have been coughing and stuff, there hasn't been much sleep the past couple weeks. Thankfully, I got a pregnancy pillow from my stepsister. She let me borrow hers. She had a baby last year, and it's been great. The heartburn has been getting worse, and it doesn't seem to matter what it is that I eat because I'm having it right now. But yeah, sleeping has been difficult because like I feel like my belly is so heavy. So when I try to turn from one side to the other, it's like a struggle and it's hard to breathe, like the pressure. And then trying to get comfortable, and then if I'm laying on my side, I can like feel him in like the side of my ribs. And then he's like, "Hey, you're laying on me," and I can feel him like kicking under, so I have to like shift a little bit. I can't completely lay straight on my side because I feel like I'm squishing him, because he's like, when I turn, he's like flopping to one side, and then when I shift, he flops to the other side. The last time I had an ultrasound at the hospital, like with the tech and checking the growth and everything and all the measurements and stuff, the baby was laying transverse, which is basically just sideways, laying just like this. And it kind of feels like that's how he still is. And then last time they have like a lower quality ultrasound in the office. I think maybe it was at 34 weeks. But the doctor just did a quick scan just to see what was going on. And he was still kind of sideways, but maybe like tilted a little bit. And that's kind of how he feels. Like he's definitely not up and down. I'm scheduled for a C-section anyways. If I was to go into labor, or if he decided to come early, I would still have to have surgery because obviously he's crooked and or facing the completely wrong direction. So he would still have to come out C-section anyways. So there was one day, just a few days ago, when I woke up because I was hungry in the morning and I hadn't felt the baby move in a while. So I was starting to get a little panicky. I had some orange juice. I think maybe I had a bowl of cereal too. And I tried laying on my left side, you know, like they say to do. And he was not moving. It was like hours and hours later where I felt like a little something. It's like, oh, I think that was him. Yeah. But it wasn't like as big as it had been before. So I was like starting to freak out. My husband was getting all worried. And then, so eventually he did move, but it was like kind of sporadic and it was a little bit here and there. But then the next day he was moving like strong movements all over the place. So he was like making up for it. I don't know what was going on, but he's been moving good since. It's just like in the morning. I don't know if he's not a morning person or what, but we have this felt letterboard that we used for our birth announcement. So my daughter cut out all the letters and she was very proud of herself. She put this together. We're going to take it to the hospital so that we can fill it out. I'm just covering up his name because that will be a surprise. And the time obviously is approximate, but just put them in for placeholders. So we'll bring this with us and we'll use it as for a photo prop for his little birth announcement. Testing out this glider here. I'm sure I'm going to be spending many hours in this exact same spot. But I've just been like reflecting this time on this being our last baby. It's been fun, but I'm over it now. But it's been very enjoyable because the girls have been able to kind of like participate and understand and feel the baby move. So it's been really nice and they're excited, so it's like a whole family thing. And I mean, I really love that. My 8-year-old is still a little iffy about the whole thing. And that she's like, I have to be responsible and be a big sister? God only knows what you're going to teach this kid. But my oldest is very excited and she loves little kids and she just cannot wait. She loves feeling him move and she loves getting everything ready and she's going to be a big help. Currently sitting in the nursery, testing out this glider here, looking at my giant sausage feet. They are so swollen. So I know that the baby's coming in 2 weeks. So I kind of want to make sure that the house is like all ready and I don't have to worry about miscellaneous projects going on or just messes here and there. So I've just been, now that I'm feeling a bit better, I'm going through room by room. I'm like, okay, I'll go into the first room. Check. What is there that needs to get out of here? What needs to be transitioned for like colder weather? Like, do I need to change out coats and shoes for the kids so that they're set and ready to go as the weather gets chillier outside? Is there anything that needs to go in a donate box? Anything that needs to be thrown away? And then I go to the next room. Okay, what here needs to go? What needs to be put away? Is there anything that I can get rid of? These are all records that my husband left here. I'm going to have to ask him to move them. I don't know why. They're just sitting here, but they don't belong. I would like them to go. He also has random things. These are also all his things. So he's going to have to take care of this pile because it does not belong. anything that I can streamline to make my life easier, and then onto the next room and so forth. So just trying to make sure everything is in order and tidied up, because I mean, if he does decide to make a surprise entrance and we have to go to the hospital earlier than planned too, I don't want to wait to the last minute. The girls have also enjoyed following along each week on the different apps that I have on my phone, and it shows you the approximate size of the baby, whether it's compared to a fruit or a vegetable or like some other toy or object. They get a kick out of it, and they want to see every Sunday what it changes to. So we still have some fall projects we need to get done around the house. Thankfully, just the other day, the pool guys came and we got the pool closed up and they put the cover on it. So that's all set for the winter. So I made a couple art prints to hang in the nursery, and we got those all put together in the frames, and my husband hung them up on the wall the other day. I made the art print to match another piece of art that I gotten from Etsy that has the alphabet on it. So I used those same colors and I put them in the art that I made as well, so it all ties in together. And I will show you that, and I'll also be showing that in the nursery video as well. And I really need to get my hospital bag packed. I have a C-section scheduled for November 2nd, but I would like to have my bag packed and ready to go, just to make sure that I am prepared in case anything happens before that. I'm going to be working on packing my hospital bag, doing some more tidying around the house. So it's coming up fast. I have dance blankets that I need to make because they exchanged those with their dance team in November, so I was going to try to get them done before baby comes. So it's one less thing to worry about. Plus we have Halloween coming up, and we have a big trunk or treat party that we go to that we make decorations for, go all out for that. So I have things I have to work on for that. Our theme this year is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and I am, can you guess? I'm going to be a giant blueberry. I'm trying to take advantage of my pregnantness. This is a nightgown with buttons. I wanted to make sure that I had a nightgown with buttons because, you know, the nurses will constantly come in, they'll push on your belly, they'll need to get in there and check things and make sure everything is a-okay. So this is the easiest access for nurses to check. I have 2 swaddle sets. This one is kind of a muslin texture with a matching hat. This one is a little bit heavier. This one came with the robe so that they're supposed to match. They coordinate nicely for pictures, right? And then I'm bringing 2 outfits. I'm bringing one in a newborn size and one in a 0 to 3 month size because you never know. So I have this for newborn size with the little bears on it, and I have this hat that my friend gave me at my baby shower, and I just love this hat. So that's a newborn size, and then for the 0 to 3 month size I have this kind of mauve-y red that goes with this set. This was from Old Navy. It's got little foxes and hedgehogs and mountains and stuff on it. So 2 size options. So this is kind of my 9-month 3rd trimester update. some fun new symptoms this time that I didn't have in the past, although this time I am 37 and the last time I was pregnant I was 29. So I'm sure age has something to do with it too, but I'm excited. We're so close, almost done. 2 weeks to go and our little man will be here.